Hello, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the show this morning. Nice to see you. It is Wednesday, August 31st, 2022, the last day of August. And the fireworks are going off all over the place in some spots, I suppose. We're watching a number of fronts as usual, some affecting us directly, some indirectly. We've got the Dow Jones up 50 points in the pre-market. Not a lot going on here. We're up 13 on S&P. We're up 87 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is up almost almost 3/4 of a percentage point. That's the best performer. The Dow 0.17 of a percentage point. Nothing happening. And a third of a point for the S&P 500. Pretty quiet. We're continually hearing from more and more specific companies, and now from specific or sectors of the economy, constantly bombarding all of us with more news about lower expectations. I'm looking for the right term. Entities are lowering expectations to us, to say to us, we're not going to generate as much revenue, or our sales aren't going to be as high, or our margins are slipping, or due to supply chain issues, we're having problems, on and on and go. It's just one after the other after the other. I was just reading about the state of California. There's legislation that has been passed in the legislature, which means it's gone through all the committee meetings and they've gone through the votes in the Senate and the legislature. Gavin Newsom, the governor, has a bill on his desk that is awaiting his signature. And he has till the end of the month, end of September, to sign it. And it is a bill that will basically create a board, a government-appointed board with industry and labor representatives and what have you, government representatives, to how do I say it? Legislate's the wrong word, but I guess it would be state law. If you run a franchise, own a franchise, a fast food outfit. In other words, if you are one of the hundreds of thousands of restaurants in California that operate dining scenarios, and I think mainly fast food type locations, I could be wrong. This board will legislate or dictate what you're going to pay your employees. Now, from what I get, and again, I'm not an expert in this whole thing because I just reading the whole general piece, but it sounds like depending on where your restaurant is located, certain parts of the state are more expensive than others, like San Francisco and so on. You're going to have to pay your workers more there than in maybe rural areas, but the industry standard or the overall average is that the wages will rise for part-time and full-time workers at fast food restaurants. The so-called talk is that the minimum wage right now in California is $15 an hour. In January of 2023, coming up, it's going to $15.50. This has been passed years ago. But the legislation is talking about $22 an hour, as high as $22 an hour for restaurant workers. Not every single worker would get it. It's just the talk between where we are now, I guess, minimum wage, to 22. And there are supposedly other perks, I guess, included in this. I suspect holiday time, benefits, and so on. And so now every single restaurant is against this because they don't want to pay more money for their staff. All the unions in California are for it, going, yeah, these people have been abused and have been restricted and have just been picked on for generations. It's time they get their fair share. And consumer groups are in the middle going, well, we kind of don't mind poor people making more money so they don't go to government for help, but we don't want to pay more for a Big Mac meal. Like, after all, if my Big Mac meal goes up $2, I'm not for it. If it goes up 15 cents, okay, I can live with it, I guess, because I've been getting raises too. It's one of these damned if you do and damned if you don't things. Here's the problem for the state of California. And this is the same in Texas. This is the same in Florida. This is the same in a number of states. What you have right now in the United States, and always have in the United States, this is nothing new, is you have people who are governors of states who actually don't want to be governors of states. What they really want to be is president of the United States. They don't want to be governor of Texas or governor of Florida or governor of California. They want to take over the White House, whether they're Republican or Democrat. In effect, they're using the governorship as a stepping stone to move to the White House. That's where they're ultimately wanting to go. And we've seen this time and time and time again. And so when it comes time to signing legislation on behalf of the state that they're governing, they don't think for the betterment of the state residents when they sign bills. They don't think about that. What they think about is, if I were running for president of the United States, would my opponents, who are going to try to get the job instead, use whatever I do as governor against me any way they can use it against me? And so, in other words, if I sign this legislation, as Gavin Newsom is now wondering, to guarantee restaurant workers more money, more benefits, as great as that sounds, you've just pissed off every franchisee. You've upset McDonald's, you've upset Wendy's, you've made all these monster companies unhappy. And you're thinking of running for president of the United States? Think about what the campaign will be against Gavin Newsom. He'll be called the socialist president. He'll be called, I mean, it'll just be a nightmare. Now, if Newsom was truly interested in just being the governor of California and governing on behalf of the people of California only, he wouldn't have to worry about these concerns. He wouldn't have to worry about Coca-Cola launching a super PAC behind his back, or all these franchise owners and these corporations funding all kinds of attack ads against him out of Ohio, out of Michigan, out of Virginia, wherever. You won't have to worry about that because you're not going to run for president. What are you worried about? This is the problem with governing in the USA. You got 50 governors. They're like herding cats. They're all over the place, and they're not looking at their jobs. They're not looking at what they're elected to be doing. They were hired by the taxpayers for one thing: govern the state. That's all we hired you for. We didn't elect you to become president of the United States. We elected you to be the governor of this state. But they're not thinking that way. So our friend, Mr. DeSantis in Florida, cuckoo bird that this guy is, he's out there thinking nationally, raising money already for a presidential campaign. He isn't governing Florida. Texas guy, that guy, he's not governing Texas. He wants to be the Republican candidate for the Republicans, like DeSantis. And on it goes. It doesn't ever end. And so nothing good gets done. Nothing progressive gets passed. And you've got these taxpayers who are so frustrated from coast to coast, voters mega frustrated. And what have you got? Anger. You've got anger. And the anger is real. And it's not pretty. And there are some folks who can handle anger in a different way than other folks handle anger. And that's the problem with what we have right now. You got some folks who settle anger in a very violent way. You have others who are pragmatic and talk it out. They bike it out. They golf game it out. They run it out. They go to a gym and work out the frustration. Others don't do that. They take it out on whomever happens to be in the area of that individual at the moment that they snap. And when they snap, we get all the headlines of A to Z, the mass shootings, the beatings, the whatever it is. And it's ugly out there. And that causes more problems, and away we go, baby. So there you go. There's one little story for you. Bed Bath & Beyond is another story. They came out with their strategic plan today. Yes, we at Bed Bath & Beyond, we said goodbye to Ryan Cohen last week and a half ago. So sorry to see you go, Ryan. It was nice that you were with us, and the shares were at $30 a share for a while. They hung around 25 to 30 for a few weeks, and we were trading 250 million shares a day. It was great, but we'll see you around, pal. We have way better solutions to our corporate needs than to kowtow to you and your army of retail investors. So you go along your way. You leave it to us here at Bed Bath & Beyond. We have those Wall Street connections. We can solve our own problems. We don't need you, little upstart that you are. Even your GameStop people, come on, don't be silly. Off you go. And so, how many shares would you like right now at $8.29 this morning? We're down $3.82 a share, down 31.5%, because the company announced this morning that, we got our solution. We're going to close 150 stores. We're going to lay off over 20% of our staff. We're going to drop 3 of our home brand names. We're going to drop, in other words, we're going to succeed by getting smaller. Yay! What? That's called going out of business slow motion style. And we're now going to be able to watch the demise of Bed Bath & Beyond like you watched the demise of Blockbuster, Radio Shack, the Tandy Company, and many other retailers that go into a death march into oblivion. And that's what's going to happen here with Bed Bath & Beyond, because you're a customer of Bed Bath & Beyond and your local store shuts down. Are you going to drive 25 miles to your next Bed Bath & Beyond store? I don't think you will. I don't think so. The stores that are remaining will receive clients. Customers will go in there. But guess what those customers are looking for? Customers going into Bed Bath & Beyond stores are looking for the 60 to 80% off sales signs. They want to get some nice towels for their house at 60 to 80% off regular retail. That's what they're after, because that's what they're expecting. You're going out of business by not saying you're going out of business, but you're going out of business. And you're going down, baby. It's going to happen. There's no way you're turning the ship around, and it's going to be smooth sailing 2 years from now. The company is going to make all kinds of money, and the shareholders are going to get rich. And it's not happening. They have debt financing that they're arranging that is going to, in effect, keep them alive through Christmas and allow them to liquidate out what they've got, pay off creditors for inventory somewhat. But no new inventory is coming into the stores in any big way, because why would a manufacturer of high-end linens and whatnot want to extend credit to these guys? They have no money. They have fewer locations. They're not going to move as much merchandise. You see, right now, or up until now, if merchandise isn't selling very well in Virginia and in Connecticut, no problem. You just put them on trucks, put the stuff on trucks, and take them to the stores in New York State and Pennsylvania. Wherever there is business is where you take the merchandise, sell it there. You just redistribute it. Yeah, it costs you a couple of bucks in shipping and what have you, but a truckload at a time is economical to move around. Now, 150 less locations. Oops. All of a sudden, between this location where we're at that's dying and a location where things are okay, might be 300 miles. This is a problem. This is a big tank of gas for a big truck. We're talking, 150 gallons at $4 diesel a gallon, $600 in fuel, plus the guy or two people loading and unloading. We're talking a couple $1,000 to move product around that we're losing money on, that we're trying to offload here. As a retailer, I've been a retailer for a long time. My dad was a retailer. I know this game. It's bad news. Story goes, too, that the company made a filing, the SEC filings, and they're talking about the idea of selling stock from time to time from their treasury to raise cash. Gee, doesn't that sound familiar to you? Have you not heard that before about the idea of maybe selling some stock into the market from time to time to raise cash? Where we heard that before? Let me think a minute. Oh, I remember it. I talked about that 2 months ago, a month ago, last week. I talked about this all the time when we're trading 250 million shares a day at $25 a share average. It's easy to offload a couple of million shares from your treasury to raise some money. It's easy. It's invisible. No one cares. It just bleeds into the hype of the market. And when you announce to the market, we just raised 50 million this week, 100 million last week, 200 million this month, the market likes this. The market's going, this is great. Good old Bed Bath & Beyond is raising a whole bunch of money at 25 bucks a share. They can pay off their debts if they want to. They can buy back their debt on the open market at a discount, which is what they're announcing today. Unfortunately, this isn't going to work very well because the problem now is the company has to issue stock at less than $9 a share, maybe less than $8 a share. The depreciation, the dilution that the shareholders are about to experience is going to, quote, wipe them off the face of the earth. They're going to sit on stock between $1 and $3 a share because you're going to issue so many millions of shares to try to raise cash that the existing shareholders are going to get wiped out. This is what happens when you say goodbye to a guy who is famous and has millions of people following every text he makes of ice cream cones. And you say goodbye to this guy in today's world, in the social media crazed world where shareholders buy and sell stock on this. You say goodbye to that guy. You say goodbye to your future because there is nobody else in this world like that hanging around your front door. You blew it, Bed Bath & Beyond, big time. And now your shareholders are going to pay the ultimate price. And think about this. You're an employee of Bed Bath & Beyond. What's your motivation to come to work and can't wait to get in there and really service the customers? Because guess what you're doing? You're working to put yourself out of a job. That's what you're doing now. You know you're on a sinking ship. You're on the Titanic. The nose is under the water, all right? It's going to sink. They're asking you to play music on the upper deck for a while. It's dry, and it's kind of leaning a little bit, but we can keep playing. But eventually, we're not going to be able to keep playing these violins anymore. We're going to be kind of hanging on to the handrails as this sucker is going underwater. How many of people who work for Bed Bath Beyond right now, this morning, this instant, are checking the LinkedIn listings and anywhere else to go somewhere else? Why would you stick around Bed Bath & Beyond for the next 6 months to be laid off in January? What are you, nuts? What are you, stupid? No, they're not stupid. Didn't we just hear yesterday there's 11.2 million job openings in the United States? That's 2 jobs open for every person that's theoretically not working right now. If I'm a Bed Bath & Beyond anything, I am walking. I am actively looking to get the hell out. That's what I would be doing. And that's what's going to happen. All kinds of mid-level people are getting out. The folks that'll stick around are the desperados. Those who are happy to have a job because it's just been tough times. They're getting 14, 16 an hour, and they're figuring, well, you know, when I get kicked out of here, I'll work for 14, 16 an hour over there. I'll be working for 14, 16, 18 an hour over there. Yeah, they'll stick around. You go in looking for customer service. Who are you going to approach? You'd really like to talk to someone who's been there a couple of years, who knows where everything is. And, you know, what kind of crochet hook should I get for this? Or what should I get for that? Or I want to get something special for the bathroom. Or I want to do something for my, you know, in my dining room. You want to talk to people who know their stuff. They're gone. They're leaving now. They know their days are numbered. None of them are getting raises. How can this company pay anybody more money to come in? They haven't got it. Tough times. That's Bed Bath & Beyond, which means that GameStop shares are going lower right now because for some reason, if Bed Bath & Beyond shares go down, GameStop has to go down. I mean, really? But really, we're at $28.75 on GameStop. There's no other reason for GameStop to be down here other than the continued backing off of the stock over the last 2 months. $28.68 down $116 a share. This sets up a unique opportunity for those of you who follow me here. If you were not here earlier because you are not a Gold Bagel member of the channel, if you're not one of these, you've missed the pre-market show where I've already alerted you guys as to what you should be doing with your GameStop situation, your holdings. What do I do? Do I tell you now? Do I wait? What? I keep begging you, please become Gold Bagel members, please, so that you can get in on what to do on situations like this. Because situations like this, days like today, can make you thousands of dollars in your account between what's going to happen today and what's going to happen next week and what's going to happen next month. You're going to make thousands of dollars, or many, many more than that, depending on how big your account is. And I'm asking you to become one of these guys for $25 a month. And some of you just won't do it. I get it. I understand it. Yeah, you can't afford it. Fair enough. You can't afford it. Anyway, look, here's the deal, okay? We're going down today, all right? Not maybe the entire market. The Dow was off 1,500 points the last 3 days. Maybe today we don't go down on the Dow, but there are select stocks that are going lower today for some portion of the day. Certainly the opening, we're going to have some backing off on some issues, including GameStop. GameStop is under pressure. Now, is it going to stay at 28.60, 2070? No guarantees whatsoever. It might close tonight at $30, might close at 31. It might close at 26.50. We have this range of trading right now on GameStop, same with AMC and same with Bed Bath & Beyond. Now, there's volatility. I've told you to avoid Bed Bath & Beyond and keep avoiding it. But on the GameStop situation, those of you who've written options on GameStop are, and should be right now, studying your option chains and watching for the opening quotes of your contracts. You should be already factoring in your brain, what will your contracts trade at to start the day versus where they closed last night, based on the fact that the stock is down about $1 a share right now in the pre-market. If the shares open up this morning in the first 10 minutes down $1 a share, where should your contracts be trading at? You should know this. Why? Because you took my classes. That's why you know this. You hang out here all the time. You ought to have a pretty good handle now on how to figure out what your contracts are going to open at based on these option chains that you're watching, that I've talked to you about and trained you and how to read. There'll be more classes coming on this, trust me. And the thing is, you're going to be putting in, you should be putting in stink bids to buy back contracts, whether they're expiring this Friday, next Friday, the Friday after that, a month or two from now, 3 months from now, or longer. You should be taking a look at option chain pricing on these contracts to figure out which ones you want to buy back. You're going to put in your stink bids and pray you get hit. And if you do get them at that low, ridiculous price, you're going to go, thank you, sir. May I have another? It's time now to study your next option right. And it could well be that the shares pop down into the low 28s to start the morning. I have no idea if it's going to do it, but it could. And you buy back your calls, and you're now looking to write new calls all over again, depending on where the stock is going to go to this morning, later this morning, by noon hour or what have you. And some of you may find that you've written calls that die this Friday, and you wrote 32s, 31s, 33s. You're going to buy them back for pennies on the dollar this morning. And you're not going to ask me, Bruce, I'm up 79% in 2 days. Should I buy them back now? You're just going to buy them back now. Because you're going to say 79% in 2 days, I'm taking my money, baby. What do I need to ask him this question for? I'm taking them back. And you may now get ready later today to write new calls that die this Friday or next Friday, somewhere around the 30, 31, 32 strike price, maybe 29. It all depends how low these shares want to go. You're going to take in premium again, time premium, nothing but time premium. You're not offering in the money calls on your GameStop. Those of you who've got contracts that are dying at the end of September, going into October, and beyond that, you probably have written calls that are definitely over 32, maybe 33, 35, 36, $38 a share. You tell me what you got. You guys are also doing the exact same thing in that you're looking to buy back your calls for a really low price. Then what you're going to do is you're going to look to decide which contract you're going to write next. And the next one you want to write could well be for next Friday, the Friday after that, the end of September. If you've got calls that are out in January, you're going to buy those back and you're going to look to write contracts for September. You're coming in, baby. You're coming back to the current time zone here. And you're going to look to write maybe the third 2 or 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now, contracts that expire in September at a closer range to this current price. Because if you're buying back 35s, you're looking to write 31s or 32s maybe for 3 or 4 weeks from now. All-time premium, out of the money, but more value, more money for your contract. This is the day to do it. This is the moment to do this. HPQ. We got to talk about Hewlett-Packard. They came out last night and talked about their sales slowing up on the personal side, but holding up on the corporate side. Because this company has two kind of halves to it. They sell personal computers to people who work from home or have personal computers at their desks. And then they sell computer systems for corporations that are, of course, of the larger variety. The business for corporations is improving because corporations are trying to encourage their employees to come back to the office, and they're upgrading systems from 2 years ago. The home computer market is under some pressure because, of course, there's a shift going on, as there was the reverse shift going on, where before everybody worked at the office, then we all had to work from home, and now some of us are going back to the office again, and so back and forth we go. I am not worried about HPQ's future. I'm excited about HPQ's future. What I'm looking at here is an opportunity for you guys today to lock in some wonderful profits that are going to come your way courtesy of HPQ. You are being given an opportunity here at right now the stock 29.03 down 207. You're being given the absolute rare opportunity to pick up deep in the money call options on HPQ. 25s, 24s, 23s, 22s, 21s, 20s for 2024. Now, I don't want anyone telling me, oh, I bought January 2023 contract. No, I don't want you buying January 2023. I want you buying January 2024 or later. I want you buying contracts way out there, and I want you to get them at that 90-10 rule. You might have to be finicky about the price you're offering to pay and all this stuff. That's okay. But I want you guys to look at getting your hands on low-priced, in-the-money contracts out to 2024. Why? Because you're going to write against them between now and then, of course. You're going to bring in premium revenue. But the other thinking I have is that in the next 3 to 6 months, this so-called announcements that we're getting, workers are going back to the office now, and so they're not buying home computers anymore. That's gone. That's history. We're back to normal again. HP will be back to a normal ratio of sales between home computers, system computers for offices. Their margins are going to go higher. They're going to deliver on all metrics, which they are famous for. Stock could very likely reach $33 to $35 a share over the next 3 to 6 months. It could happen next week, but I'm saying 3 to 6 months. I'm being really conservative here. If you can get your hands on $22 contracts that are $7 in the money, you can buy them for $800, $850. You pick those suckers up, because if the shares go up $5, $6 a share and your $8 contracts become $14 contracts, and you're still writing covered calls against those each 2 weeks or a week or so, you're writing new calls, higher price on the exercise price. You're always staying ahead of the market. The market isn't going to go up $5 in one day. It's just going to inch its way up over weeks. This is my humble conservative opinion. You want to be a holder of these deep in the money calls. You want to be a writer against these deep in the money calls. You want to bring income in for that $850 you spent for one call, or $8,500 for 10, or $85,000 for 100, whatever your budget. Pick these up, like pick them up and write on them. Because if they go up $5, $6 on you, and they reach that $1,400, $1,500 level, guess what you're going to do now? You're going to sell those. Why? Because you're going to turn right around and now say, oh, okay, well, I'm going to dump off these $23 calls $22 calls, and I'm going to buy $26 calls or $27 calls for 2024. I'm going to cash out at $1,400, $1,500, and I'm going to buy in for $800, $900, $1,000. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to get more contracts because you're going to go from 3 to 5, or you're going to go from 5 to 8, or you're going to go from 10 to 14. You're going to go from 20 to 28 contracts. You're going to have more contracts. You have this pile of cash buying cheaper priced calls, which means you'll buy more calls, which means you will write more calls. You write more calls as the shares keep going higher in price. You're getting more premiums because the higher the stock trades at, the larger the premiums get. And guess what's happening to some of you folks? You're becoming self-employed. You're not going to work for the man anymore. You're looking at this going, oh, I had 15 contracts. I got 22 of them now. I'm bringing in $2 a month on these 22. I'm bringing in $4,400 a month on my HPQ contracts, which I bought at $850 a piece when Bruce was yelling at us when the stock had that down dip. Yeah, that's right, kids. Long term, you're always writing. You will always write, and you will keep moving forward. All right? So that's your HPQ game plan today. You would have known this had you been here with this gang before the show that we started here. It's okay. You're here now. You've still got time to figure it out. Welcome all to the party. It's great to have you here. David Scott has become a Gold Bagel member of this channel. David, thank you for moving up and coming on in. It will pay you handsomely to do this. I'm glad you're here. Fantastic. What can I say? Daniel doesn't like me. Why would anyone pay Bruce $400 an hour, after he tells us to buy these SPACs? That son of a bitch told us a year ago to buy these SPACs, and look what's happened to all of us. We've all got wiped out. We're all losers. Why would anyone pay this guy $400 an hour? I mean, it just makes no sense whatsoever. You're going to have to answer that question yourself, because if you can't answer that question yourself, you might not want to be here. I don't know. It's all right. It's okay. We're all here for many, many reasons. One of which is we adapt to the markets we're in, and we figure out how to make money in the markets we've got. And if you're willing to kind of work on it, you can make money in this market. But if you don't want to, if you're one of those folks that says, I'm going to buy a recommendation and that stock had better go up or else he's a bastard bum forever, well, then that's your right. Go ahead. Buy and hold. Buy, hold, wait. It's okay. You can do that. More power to you. If you can pay your bills in the meantime, and the money you put into it is money you don't need for bills, why not? The fact that we have inflation, a war in Ukraine, higher interest rates, oil at 100 a barrel, you could blame me for all of that as well, because after all, I told you that it might be an idea to consider buying some of these SPACs. But that's up to you. If what you heard and what you feel I said and how I said it has made your life a living hell, well, you may not have heard correctly, but it's okay. You're allowed your opinion. You do what you gotta do. Welcome to the program for now. What can I say? Those of us here who love to write stock options and love to make money, we have a different opinion on what's going on. Also on our SPACs, that the former SPACs that we're into, you might notice I haven't told anyone to get out of any of them. I am still just as enthusiastic about all 8 of these former SPACs today as I was then. My tune hasn't changed. I'm the same consistent guy. You put money into these SPACs you can afford to lose. You buy more of these shares as they drop to average your costs down. And when the moment comes that they rise up enough, we write options on them. And that has been the message pretty well from day one. And we're just going through what we have to go through. The markets are down, 30-something% overall? I mean, the Dow is off was off chunk. The NASDAQ was off 30+%. You want to blame me for that too? Go ahead. You know, it's your right to. You need someone to blame. Don't look in the mirror. Look in the computer screen and blame me. I'm your guy. Obviously, I must be the guy because I was there last year going, I like these companies. I like the fact they're sitting on a mountain of money. No debt. They're not BBBYs. These 8 SPACs are not Bed Bath & Beyond companies. The Bed Bath & Beyond company is going to go out of business in the next 2 years. Mark my words. They're going to be taken over by a hedge fund for pennies on the dollar. They're going to, the name will survive. The brand name will survive, but the shareholders are going to get wiped out on BBBY. Mark my words. If you take your BBBY money, whatever they're still worth, spread it across the 8 SPACs that I'm talking about, even down here, I think you can make money. More money than BBBY will ever make you. But then you've got to have faith in 8 companies that are cash rich, debt poor, and growing their businesses. Totally up to you whether you want to go there. Okay. Welcome to the show, everybody. Oh, it's the old man ranting and raving and ranting and raving and ranting and raving. It's nice to have you here. Thank you for joining this channel, either as a subscriber, a viewer, a member, Gold Bagel member. Love it. Those of you who are taking my classes, figure out how to write options, way to go, you guys. We had a good sale that ended last week. Congratulations on all of those who picked up these classes. You're taking them, you're getting smarter. The questions that are coming out from some of you are a lot more advanced than they were 6 months ago. Fantastic. Those of you who are daring to risk $400 to spend an hour with me for a one-on-one session privately, I have a special place in my heart for you folks. It's always fun. It's always enlightening. And I have yet to have someone say to me at the end of the hour, well, this wasn't worth it. I haven't got one of those. In this business, writing options, for you to be able to make $400 writing options, this is a nothing burger. It's not hard to do that at all. And that's what many of you, almost 99.99999% of you have figured it out, that, oh my God, geez, Bruce, I just write a call option on GameStop every Friday expiry. I'm bringing in $150 a week on this stuff. That's $600 a month I'm bringing in. You're $400 an hour. I get to do this for the rest of my life. I need to get my $400 back over let's say the next 5 years. If in the next 5 years I can get $400 back, it's worth it to give you $400 for an hour. You're getting $400 back in 5 days. You guys are getting back $500 in 15 minutes. It all depends on how many contracts you're writing and what you're writing them on. And this morning is making money in the market day. That's what we have going on here right now. A whole bunch of you folks are going to be making thousands of dollars today, this week, this month, because of what's been going on here already this week. And it's just being handed to you by the gamblers over on the casino floor, buying these options, playing risky bets, like crazy, risky, long shot bets. And it's funny because you're not necessarily selling some options to these crazy gamblers, because you're not writing crazy, risky contracts. What you're writing are contracts that are conservative contracts. You're sitting on GameStop at $29 a share and you're writing 31s and 32s for this Friday or next Friday. Out of the money contracts for premium. That's a conservative strategy. But what's happening is that the gamblers out there are buying at the money calls or just out of the money calls, and they're bidding up these premiums because they're chasing each other for these contracts, which gives you the opportunity to say, hey, I got a contract for you. I got 5 GameStops for you. I got 20 GameStop contracts for you. Here you go. I'll offer you 20 $31 GameStop contracts at this price, a stink offer. You're putting them out there at a ridiculous premium, and they're buying them from you because they're desperate to gamble. They want in on the game, and the only way in is your contract. You're taking the money, and saying, no problem, thank you. Here's your option. You have an option to buy stock from me until Friday at this price. Thank you for the cash up front. It's in your account. You're sitting on the money, and now you've got the classic winning pose right here. You crossed your arms and you're watching the market and you're watching the clock going, oh, it's Wednesday now. I sold these yesterday. It's Wednesday now. These contracts die day after tomorrow. Oh, it is good. Later today, when it's about an hour to go in the market, you're going, oh, wow, there's only an hour left in the day today. And then we only have 2 days left to trade, tomorrow and Friday. Those calls I sold for, how much did I get for those calls? Oh, I got $1.80 for those calls. Oh, that's interesting. Or $1.20 or $1.06, whatever you got for them. What are they trading at now? Oh, they're trading 30% lower today already, 30% lower. Well, that's interesting. I can buy them back right now and keep 30% of that money for myself. Or do I wait until maybe tomorrow? The clock will keep dragging these values down because the contract is expiring Friday afternoon. This is what this channel is about. That's what we're doing here. And if you folks are figuring it out who are just on the sidelines, the kids who are commenting here who have the green, their name in green with a logo beside it, they're members of this channel. They're most likely option writers. They're making money. Why don't you join these kids? There's lots of room for this ride. Alberto has sent me a donation. Thank you, my friend. Alberto says, here's a donation for your Uncle Bruce. Daniel, I'm one of the dummies. By the way, here you go, Uncle. Thank you for all you do. Love the channel. I make money thanks to you. There you go. Well, there's another dissatisfied customer, just so you know how upset my viewers are. They're just vehemently upset at me. Because we kind of come up with trying to make money in this market. It's a bear market, okay? It has been since it kicked into bear territory in February, March, January. And it's going to be a bear market for a couple of years, not weeks, not days, years, all right? Those of you who have 8-second attention spans, you're not gonna like what I talk about here. You're not gonna like it because I'm gonna keep repeating myself to let you know this economy is in trouble coming up. We have the U.S. economy on the edge of backing off. It's already happening in certain sectors. It's Europe. It is widespread carnage. China is imploding on itself economically. It's a mess over there. They are desperately trying to censor their news, as they always do. They try to give us all the happiness of Chinese children waving little Chinese flags and bowing at the image of their leader, who is now a dictator who wants another 10-year term. It's bad out there, okay? There's opportunities for you freedom-loving people out there, and you're all over the world. We love our freedoms. You can make a ton of money from this market, and you can certainly look inflation in the eye and go, okay, inflation, come at me. I know my prices have gone up 5, 10, 15%, but guess what? I'm writing options into this market. I'm making way more money today than I was 2 years ago. And I'm going to make more money tomorrow because this option market has been around since the 70s, and I'm now on the other side of the market. I write contracts. I sell them first and buy them back at a discount. Alberto, prime example right here. This gentleman has changed his account completely and has changed his investing style completely in the last 6-8 months. And I couldn't be happier about it. Who's this? Deep Value Investing has joined us here as a member. Deep Value, welcome, Deep Value Investing. Nice to have you here. What have we got going on? We got a Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member. Welcome, sir. We welcome members at all levels. If you're a Chilling with Uncle Bruce member, you're able to comment here with the others, and you get alerts that I go live every day at 8:30. I go live at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. If you become a Gold Bagel member, one of these guys, then you get another alert. You get the early morning alert about the trade alerts that I do before the 8:30 show. And on Wednesdays, and today is Wednesday, 8 o'clock tonight, prime time with Uncle Bruce, just for Gold Bagel members. This is a hangout show where a couple of dozen, 3, 4, 5 dozen viewers show up that are Gold Bagel members, and they pepper me with questions about their accounts, their option strategies, trades. We review stuff without the pressure of the markets being open and moving. We have an 8 o'clock primetime show every Wednesday night for Gold Bagel members only. And that's as close as you're going to get to a $400 one-on-one session without having to pay $400 for a one-on-one session. Pretty good deal. You get one every Wednesday, and that's $4 a month for a $25 a month commitment. That's what YouTube tells me they're charging. Some of you are saying to me, I get charged $30 a month. It all depends where you live. It's not I that collects the money. It's YouTube. You're becoming a member of my channel through YouTube's channel system. All right. And so when I'll mention that the show is going live, I push that out to the community tabs, and you should be getting alerts that Bruce is going live at 3 o'clock this afternoon Eastern time. He's going live tonight at 8 o'clock. These alerts will come out during the day, depending on which day we're talking about. All right. Thank you for joining Deep Value Investing. Thanks, pal. I know this is a repeat offender. He's just renewing his membership. Love it. Glad you're here. We're 10 minutes from opening. We're coming. Looking forward to the opening here. Lame Duck is thumbs up number 131. If you're able to give this show a thumbs ups, hit that button right now. Every YouTuber begs for thumbs ups, or they should be begging for thumbs ups. They really should. YouTube tells us, look, the more thumbs ups you get, our artificial intelligence computer systems in head office, we recognize the engagement situation going on here. We promote channels like this a lot. The more thumbs ups you get, the more we promote you to people who've never watched you before. Help us grow this channel to get more people involved in how to write covered calls and make money in the markets, and become members of this channel to kind of compare notes with us right here every day. Thank you all for helping out already. We are now at 153 thumbs ups. Let me know what number you are if you want. That would be good too. I love it. Thank you, everybody. We love Bruce. Thank you, Deep Value. Bruce is the truth. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. All of you. What's going on? Let's see. What else? I once paid Bruce to give me a full review of Yoko's discography, and he refunded my money and blocked me on MySpace. Oh man. Good stuff. I don't gamble. Be a deep value investor like Bruce and Keith Gill, Warren Buffett, and Carl Icahn. There you go. Cool bean stuff. Thank you, everybody. Fabulous. Thank you all for joining us here. Wherever you're from, we've got folks watching here from around the planet. And whether you're just a lurker, you're a subscriber, you're a member, love to have you. Great that you're here. It's so appreciated. Thank you for your comments and joining the discussion. Thank you for these thumbs ups if you can throw us one. And please consider becoming a member. We're heading over to a member commentary only. One of the perks of this channel is we like to have our members get access here to questions and answers, and we'll stay on top of this market as best we can for you and get ready to start trading. Should be a busy one this morning for sure. 29.40 on GameStop. Not surprised to see a little higher price at the moment. We'll have to see if it can hold this or whether it'll lose some of the mojo that it's got. We'll follow for that. Thank you. Stephen Swain, thank you for number 154 thumbs ups. Appreciate that, letting me know. We're now 162 as well. We're climbing the chart here on thumbs ups. Would love to hit 200 before the market opens up. If you can find it, you find that thumbs up button for us, please nail it hard. Hit that thing and get us a little momentum before the show starts. I would appreciate it. We got HPQ at 29.24 down 186. We got Bed Bath Beyond at 925 down 286. Yuck. We got GameStop at 29.40 down 44 cents right now. in the pre-market. The Dow is showing a gain of 128, 117-ish. It's trying to get going. It's having a tough time. We're up 22 on S&P, 118 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ's been up all morning, about 3/4 of a point. It's up now 0.95 of a percentage point. Have you noticed oil this morning? We were under 90 a barrel about a half an hour ago. We're at 90.16, down $1.48. We lost $5 yesterday, something like that. Oil has taken a real shot down, and it's going lower. Absolutely going lower. There's no way we can hold these values. Not a chance. There's Stephen's comment, number 154. Thanks, Stephen. Appreciate it. Let's see. Alberto, I hold back my thumbs ups until members only, just in case, you know. Deep Values, loving it. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate this. We've got more stats coming out the next few days from the U.S. government. Housing starts, housing prices, economic numbers. Eventually, we'll have unemployment numbers, inflation reports. On and on and on it goes. There's just a never-ending series of releases will keep coming at us. The markets may react positively, negatively to all of it. You never know. Yesterday, we had a report that there were 11.2 million jobs available for Americans. The market went down. Normally, that's good news. And generally, that is good news. If there's 11.2 million job openings, it means that folks who want jobs can get jobs. And it's likely that that Americans who do enter the workforce will get more money than maybe they thought they were going to get, certainly from a year ago. No question about that. We've also noticed, of course, in the last year and a half now, every month we get this number. It says how many Americans quit their jobs in the past month. What it doesn't tell us actually is how many Americans quit their jobs and found another one, because that's really what that means. Really, it means that they left employment with company number one and went to become an employee of company number two, or they left a gig over here and they're now self-employed at home for the same company as a contractor, or they're contracting themselves out now to a number of companies at the same time. There are some folks out on this channel who have figured out that, you know what I can do, Bruce? I can work full time for company blah and get $85,000 a year plus the benefits and da 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 da. Or I could quit that job and I could negotiate a 10-hour a week retainer with these guys for double to triple the hourly rate they were paying me. You figure out how much per hour were you getting before, and you figure out, well, if I got sick and they had to bring a temp employee in here to take my desk for a few months until I got better, how much would they have to pay the employment agency to replace me? Because many of you have heard the unbelievable stories about, just for example, the receptionist at your office, was having a kid, was gone for a month or two, or is gone on a sabbatical, whatever the reason is. They've replaced your receptionist with a temp, right? We've all seen this. The older you are, you've definitely seen it. The temp has been brought in through a temp agency, and you find out through a little bit of inquiry that that your full-timer, your full-time receptionist earns, say, $20 an hour. They're getting a $800 a week salary. And you find out that the temp agency is charging your firm $2,400 a week, triple the rate. And that the temp that's sitting there, they're getting, a fraction of that money. They're getting like a third of it. They're getting just as much money as your receptionist getting, but the temp agency gets the rest. It's huge. It's commissions to the placement officer, and it pays for their overheads and all this stuff. And your firm is paying like triple the amount of money for a receptionist, $60 an hour for a couple of weeks. And you're going, really? What? And now you've turned it around and decided, well, I'm going to be a temp agency. But I'm not available for 40 hours a week for the firm I used to work with. I don't want to keep working as hard as I had to for all these people. No, I don't want to be a slave from home. I want to be a contractor, and I just want to quote on a monthly contract or a quarterly contract. I'll offer 10 hours a week, 15 hours a week of my time. This is the quote from my corporation to your corporation. Fact is that your corporation is a one-person corporation is irrelevant. It's a company-to-company arrangement. And some of you have figured out, my God, I can make up the triple what I make just doing it through an LLC. And you then shop yourself around to either other companies directly, or you go to employment agencies and say, yeah, I've got an entity here that offers 10 hours a week of services. This is what I charge. They might place you, again, from your home, the comfort of your home office, whatever. Many of you have figured this out. Many Americans have figured this out. So with these 4.2 million quit every month, they find jobs elsewhere. They either find jobs within corporations themselves, or they find their own gig employment for way more money. And they know at work, I can get a 5 to 10% raise. That's it. That's all I'm going to get this year. That's all they're going to pay. Gig employees, you can fire accounts. You got 10 hours from this one, 10 hours from that one, 10 hours from that one. You might find that you can get 6 10-hour gigs at a time. Now you drop the lowest paying one, because the next 10-hour gig you get in, you charge them $5 an hour more until they don't want to pay it anymore. And eventually you'll find, oh yeah, I'm getting 3.5 times the money I used to make. Welcome to the new world, kids. Way to go. Larry Titus has rung the bells. We are open for trading. It's official. We're up, we're running, we have started to trade. Now the question is, where are we going today? Where is this market headed? And how fast? We've got stuff to watch. At the moment, we just started trading in just a few seconds ago, so we're going to see what's going on. Thank you. Let's see. What else is going on here? Welcome one, welcome all. Everybody wishing everyone best wishes, it looks like. Nice to have you all here. I've got the Dow right now up 11 points, now down 15, as we are slowly but surely figuring out the opening of this market. We've had a 3-day losing streak going here, Friday, Monday, and Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. We'll see how it works out. AMC is off 14. Apes are unchanged. GameStop is right now up 2 pennies, down 14 pennies. We're jumping around 29, 86, 77, something like that. SoFi, $6, up 9 cents. ME up a nickel. Matterport is up a dime. ATIP is at 89.9 cents a share, down about a penny. Rocket Lab up 40 cents, it looks like, 5.53. SmartRent up 3 cents. Spire up a penny. Sextera up 2 cents. It's very early. We need to give this market a few more minutes to sort of figure itself out through all these opening trades. We'll see where we started off. It looks like the Dow now is definitely a bit lower at down 38. Nothing great, but we don't have an upshot happening at all. We were up 150, 120, 15 minutes ago? It's not there anymore. The Dow's off 44. The S&P is up 11. NASDAQ is up 80, but those seem to be backing off as well. It looks like S&P just dropped. It's only up 9.7. Oil down $1.24 to 90.41 is what I see on oil. 90.41. We were in $96 territory Monday morning. We've now backed off again to this level. We'll see if the 90 gets broken and we go into the mid-80s. 29.67 on GameStop, down 17 cents at the moment. We've got the market down 67 on the Dow, and we're watching SoFi at 5.95, ME up 7, Matterport up 9. Other stocks to watch, our friends at Pfizer up 29 to 46.18. We've got Boeing up a dime. Apple up 53 cents. HPQ 29.70, down $1.40. This is your moment. If you've written calls on HPQ, you should be looking at stink bidding back, buying back those calls you wrote, and score a nice little gain here this first 15 minutes, and then get ready to write again if the shares pop back into that 30, 30, 50 range. Those of you who have not made a move into HPQ, this is your golden opportunity to grab deep in the money calls for 2024 on HPQ. You can pick off 25s, but I would be picking off 24s, 23s, 22s, 21s, and 20s. If you can get the chance, if you can get them cheap enough, I would grab these things. Cindy just bought my HPQ covered call for 3 cents. That is called making money, folks. You sell up here and you buy down there. That is an extreme example, but it's a beauty. I love it, Cindy. I love it. Let's see. Rocket Lab raised to outperform and an $8 target from Market Performance 650 by Cowan & Co. So that's a good sign. Rocket Lab getting an upgrade. Poppy J, morning, Bruce. I currently have 10 HPQ, 20 expiring January 1206. Listen to your alert this morning. Should I consider rolling them out to January 24? Oh, I see what you're doing. You got 23, 24. Can you do that for very little extra money? Here's a thought. You could perhaps look at selling the 20s and buying 22s into January 24. That might be close to the same price. Check your option chain and look into that. Again, if you can do it, great, because the longer you can go out, the better. If it happens in the first hour this morning, great. If it doesn't happen until later today because the prices are fluctuating, you wait for your price. Again, you want to buy back at a stink price, sell at a stink offer. Obviously, so you want to sell these at the best price you can get for them, buy back calls at the cheapest price you can get to keep that range right where you want it, where you're either making money or breaking even. You got work to do, my friend, but I like your thinking there. Shez, Bobby, don't forget that a small business can also write off lots of expenses. The company owns your car, etc., and you take a minimal income. Company pays all the bills. Exactly. You become a self-employed contractor for various companies. You start to write off stuff that you can't write off as a human employee, a normal employee of a company. A corporation can do write-offs that you can't do. And so, yeah, maybe some of your mortgage costs, some of your utility bills, depreciation on your computer system, your vehicle expenses, internet costs, any other equipment. You want to buy yourself a new office chair? That's a business write-off. That business is buying a business chair, not you. There's all kinds of ways here. You need to talk to a tax professional to get the guidelines figured out to maximize your write-offs so that, yeah, if you can raise your hourly rate and raise deductions against the hourly rate, it's a win-win at the end of it. What you pay yourself is also up to you, and this is where your tax professional will come in and say, are you married? Is your partner working or not? Maybe you can income split between the two of you. Both of you are employees of the company, not just one of you. Maybe you're paying yourselves a small wage, and you're paying yourselves dividends on stocks you own in the structure that we've created for you to maximize your net income to you. This is a wide open playing field here. Politicians love corporations, so the benefits are huge. Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, I keep writing the same $10 SoFi January 23 covered calls, and people keep buying it, and I keep waiting for dips, and I keep buying them back. So weird. The market is rigged, but in our favor. I like this malarkey. There you go. You got to love it. Tiff bought back my September 2nd $33 HPQ call for 3 cents. Nice. Now go up so I can write again. There we go. 30.08 is where the stock is right now, down $1 or $2. Lame duck, waiting for the business lesson. How about that? I can't give you tax advice. That I cannot do. I can only talk to you in generalities regarding, LLCs and other corps. But where you live in the country, state, province, the rules are different, and I don't know them, and I'm never going to learn them because I'm not in that game at all. But yes, So much fun. Rocket Lab making that move. You got to love this. Rocket Lab right now, $5.49, up 36 cents. Go, baby, go. We like it. We like it a lot. We're down 7 points on the Dow. AMC and Ape shares are off 42 cents now. GameStop is off 50 to 29.34. Those GameStop calls have got to be coming down. SoFi is up a nickel at 5.96. ME up 3, and Matterport up 9 cents, 9.7 cents. Welcome, everyone, to the morning fun time show. We've got a lot going on. Thank you to those of you who have been throwing me thumbs ups. We have 187 thumbs ups in the house now. Thank you for hitting those for me. 188. We're only 12 away from 200. Thank you guys for getting us to 200 thumbs ups really quickly today. It is much, much appreciated. Lots of news. Bed Bath Beyond cutting 20% of its workforce, closing 150 stores. Shares are tanking over at Bed Bath and Beyond. 882 this morning, now 925 here. Not looking good at all. This is a slow motion meltdown to oblivion. My suspicion is that within a year or two, this company will be bought, whatever's left of it, by a hedge fund. They'll try to reorganize it as a private holding entity and then try to relist it down the road, maybe again. I don't know. It's a shadow. It's going to be a shadow of its former self, and it is a nothing burger, this announcement for shareholders. Shareholders are going to get crushed with this continual news. That's the way I see it. We've got HPQ now at $30.07 with a low of $29.30, the high of $30.22. Expect fluctuation today between $29, $30, $31. This is an opportunity to buy back calls and an opportunity to write new calls either for this Friday or next Friday. Again, if the shares want to pop up to 30.50, you're going to write 31s, 31 and a halves, 32s, and let the depreciation come in again. And if the stock backs off later today back to 29, you're going to buy them back again and say, thank you, sir. May I have another? We never end this game. We're always writing. Always be writing. That's the name of the game here. Welcome, kids, to the morning program. It's great to have you here. Hopefully you're making some money today. You're watching option premiums shrink and shrink and shrink, and you're being well rewarded for your writing of contracts. You're being well paid to write, wait, and buy back. You gotta love how this game works, because it works a lot. It works all the time. It's amazing. Let's see, 30.14 on HBQ, 29.79 on our friends at GameStop's, 29.76, down 8 cents over there. All righty. What else is going on here? Tiff, I bought an HPQ January 19, 2024 for $11.22. I think that was within the 910 rule. My tip will toe into Peterman cover call right now. I don't know which contract you got, but you're paying $11.22 on a contract. Hopefully you got the right one. Strike was 20. Okay, it was a $20 call. I see it down here. Here's your comment. You got a $20 call for $11.22. The stock now is 30 ish. So yeah, you're definitely you're doing fine. It's a little higher than the 90-20, but 90-10 rule. But you know what? You're not dealing with a 6-month contract. You're dealing with a 1 year, 4-month contract. I like this very much. Nice going. So now $1,122 is what you put up to buy this call, and now you're going to take money in on it. Yeah, baby. Nicely done. Best example is Germany. Don't know how you have it, but I have to pay almost 2% to the church, to almost 25% that the state gets, added to the 25%. So Splair, Coyote, yesterday Reddit was filled with BBBY posts screaming crime and conspiracy. Today, I don't see much. Maybe they are busy trying to convince their wife not to leave them after yet another rug pull. I'm amazed at how many people out there blindly believe that a failing retailer like Bed Bath & Beyond, and they are really failing. I mean, this is a bloodbath here. Stock should go up. I don't know how that's going to work. Mirko, hey, Uncle Bruce, I sold 5 HBQ 32s on Monday for this Friday. I got $1.06 when I sold them. I just bought them back right here at 3 cents each. Nice. Just brought in $530, paid $15 to get them back. That is called making money. That's beautiful. Touchgrass, happy to hear about the HBQ opportunity waiting to cash to clear. Alberto Gaiotti, these are facts. Tiff, Splair, just quit the church? Like, what's the deal? Where are we at now? The Dow is up 54, trying a little rally here. Just reading a headline, Snap to lay off 20% of its workforce in an attempt to cut costs. And it's not just Bed Bath & Beyond. There are other entities out there who are taking it on the chin. We're up 14.91 on S&P. We're up 78.6 on NASDAQ. Oil down 211 to 89.46. We have broken 90 again on oil in Texas. 89.46 for a barrel of oil, down 224 right here, right now. There is oil everywhere. And the thinking here is China will not need as much oil as people thought because the economy in China is not growing. It is shrinking. And the game plan and the thinking is the Chinese economy will continue to shrink in its economic output because of droughts, zero tolerance COVID policies, shrinking real estate values, factories that are getting all kinds of work interruptions, supply chain nightmares, and a population of Chinese people, a certain number of Chinese people who are not going to pay mortgages on condos that haven't even been started yet. They're just walking away going, not going to pay you for a mortgage on a condo you haven't even built. Screw you guys. Build it. Give me the keys. Then I'll pay you a mortgage. That's how we do it. That's how it's done in the rest of the world. As difficult as it is for Chinese people to get news from outside of China, because remember, the only news Chinese really are supposed to get is the news from the Communist Party in Beijing. That's all you need to know, is everything we tell you is true and we're good and everyone else is bad, and we're not going to tell you about the others because you don't need to hear bad news. We'll just give you good news. There's enough Chinese out there who figured out that, you know what, in North America and Europe and South America and the rest of Asia, you don't make mortgage payments until you get the keys to your condo. You can actually live in it. Then you pay mortgage. You don't pay mortgage on a hole in the ground or on a lot that is going to be a 45-story condo complex. No. No, I'm not paying until you build it. Now, this is a problem because China has been addicted to this advanced sale game, this pay raw Peter to pay Paul game. This is coming down like a house of cards all over China to the tune of trillions of dollars of real estate. We're not talking billions of dollars, hundreds of billions, no. Trillions with a T. The entire Chinese economy is on the brink here with a shaky real estate market. It is really ugly. And the outside world is going, I don't want to buy into this. No. You guys figure it out. Well, the Chinese government they've got the solution. They know exactly how to solve this real estate problem. Blame America. Blame America for sending Congress people to Taiwan. That's the reason you're having a tough time economically. Here's what we'll do. We'll do military games with our Russian friends and our North Korean friends, and we'll blow up missiles into the sea, and we'll warn away people from certain regions. We'll assert our Chinese greatness. That's how we're going to solve our problems, because it's not our fault. It's not like we encouraged this out of Beijing. No, we didn't do it. Yeah, okay. Interesting what's going on here. So much fun. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I'm just confused as Olivia. BBBY was a squeeze play, and all of a sudden people care about its fundamentals. Like, what's that all about? That makes no sense. I think we just got a donation on PayPal. Thank you very much for that donation. Zed Estate, thumbs up, number 197, buddy. DQ, I'm number 200. Rock and roll. Nick, instead of laying off people, all top executives should take a pay cut and avoid laying off people that is just too selfish on the management's part. Bama Babe, are you late to the party, DQ? Bama's wondering. Nick Morier, so these Cohen analysts must be pretty reputable. Rocket Lab, by the way, is flying. Rocket Lab now is trading at 566, up 53 cents, and we love it. We're up 160 on the Dow. We're trying some kind of a mini recovery from losing 1,500 points in 3 days. We're up 163 here. AMC down 31 cents between the APE shares and the AMC shares. GameStop down a dime. SoFi up 14 to 605. We got ME at 325, up 7. Matterport up a dime. ATIP is up now to 91.5, up 1.5 cents. Rocket Lab, as I say, 566, up 53. Smart Rent down 4 cents to 322. Spire up 1.5 cents to 137.5. Sextera up a penny to 636. Bed Bath Beyond down $2.84 to $9.26. Tesla up $2. Pfizer up 29. Boeing up $1. Apple up $1.23. HPQ at 29.67, up down 143 on the day. Cisco up 19 cents. Twitter up 49 cents. Home Depot up 75 cents. Carvana up 83. Robinhood up 19. Vanik up 140. IBM up 23. Microsoft up 331 today. Goldman up 149. Google up 148. Amazon up $1. Meta Platforms up 860. That's been crushed lately. Bed Bath and Beyond is BlackBerry, pardon me, up a nickel. Royal Caribbean up $1.06 to 42.80. We got Target down 48 cents. JP Morgan up 45. Costco down 27 cents. Walmart up 41 cents. Nvidia up 29 cents to 154.97. Disney up $1 to 113.60. We got American Airlines up 16 cents. Netflix up $12 to 233. Moderna up 260 to 138.52. So we have some gains, we have some losses. We're up 140 on the Dow. GameStop now down 27 to 29.57 a share. Welcome all of you. Nice to have you here, Tiff. Olivia, that's just a psychological thing where people won't admit they have been wrong and just trying to justify holding the stock. Bama Babe, go Rocket Lab, go baby, let's go. We want right options. Touch Grass, we're definitely in bear territory. Alberto, at what price should we start writing on Rocket Lab? $8, $9, $10. It's got a ways to go. Let it run, baby. Let it run. Hybrid Duncan, HPQ dipping nicely. It's been a hell of a day on HPQ today as we've been watching all day here. Right now, it's 29.67 down 143 at the moment. And over at Rocket Lab, 568 up 55 cents. Rocket Lab volume looks like, double check here, 1.14 million in the first 21 minutes so far. High of 575 right now, 568, doing fine, doing very well. Right on, Dow's up 152, S&P up 26, NASDAQ up 132. Oil down at 90.13, down $1.50 at the moment. All righty, continuing on. Let's see. The Credit Savage to Birdie. You know the answer to that. Always be writing, homie. Go to the strike price. You'd be comfortable and write that contract. Deuce Caboose. I decided not to buy more SoFi yesterday. That's why it's up. And I'm number 203. Coyote RC chortling in his mansion, sipping champagne this late August morning. DQ Bama Babe. Yep, traveling for work all week. Join the stream when I can. Nick is here. Why can't I squeal in UBS chat? I spiel when I don't know what's going on there. Credit Savage, SoFi anywhere under 7 is a screaming buy. Under 10, it's a pound to the table buy. Splair, I quit the church when the 2% gets higher than $30 of my gains, but already thought on that. There you go. All right, welcome all to the channel here this morning. Great to have you here. We're seeing opportunities here coming your way. Hopefully some of you are getting stink bids in on your GameStop contracts as these shares continue to slump little by little by little by little. 29.57 now on GameStop, off 27 cents today. And contracts are definitely going down in value. There's no question about that. They will drop. More contracts on GameStop are falling out of the money. And so they're getting less and less and less. Obviously, the 3050s we were talking about the other day that died this Friday, they're now 49 cents bid. They're going nowhere fast. Calls for next week, 3150s are now 143 bid. That would drop, if they trade at that price, that would put them down 36 cents on the day today, with the stock off 13 cents. Interesting how that worked. All contracts on GameStop are backing off today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Yeah, they're going down. The 3150s for September the 16th. Trading last at 212. They're only 172 bid. They are backing off bigly here. Very predictable. Should be happening. There's no question that we should be having an off day on those contracts. 29.69 on GameStop. Low of the day 29.05. High of the day 29.96. Last at 29.69, down 15. Over on ME, we're up 8.6 cents. SoFi is up 15 to 606. Matterport is up 15 cents here to 475 now. ATIP is virtually unchanged. Rocket Lab 580 now, up 67 cents. Nice to see a move on Rocket Lab. Wouldn't surprise me to break through 6 easily here. These kinds of upgrade calls, well overdue. There's been many of them on Rocket Lab. Why the shares are under $10 is a mystery of life, but it's the markets. We know that there are stocks trading below where they should be, and this is one of them. What can I tell you? Spire's up 2, 138. SmartRent down 2. Cyxtera up 3. Welcome. Nice to have you here, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We're watching a lot of activity. A number of folks are scoring lovely profits today on option buybacks. That's your job, scoring profits. Write them up here, buy them back down here, keep the change. Sometimes it's a lot of change you get to keep. 29.70 on home HPQ, Hewlett Packard. The low of 29.30, the high of 30.22. Right now 29.70, down $1.40 at the moment. That's what we've got. The Dow at the moment is gaining, showing a gain of 106. I think we're going to double check that. Make sure this is up to speed here. We might actually only be up about 70, 77 points. 72 points right now. We're up 20 on S&P. We're up 119 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is up 1%. The S&P is up a half a point. The Dow's only up a quarter. It is not participating. The NASDAQ gain should have the Dow up 300, but it is not following NASDAQ. So the question is the Dow behind or is NASDAQ ahead? Who's right? Who's wrong? We'll find out as the morning progresses. We'll see what's going on. Thank you, everybody. Lon Nichols, thank you, my friend, for this donation on PayPal. Yuba City, California, thank you very much for this PayPal donation. Those of you who do these, you guys are the best. I appreciate it very much. We do appreciate these super chats. But we love PayPal's even more. The PayPal donations, 96% of the funds you send us land in our account. At YouTube, we get 70%. 30 goes to YouTube. So super chats are not as lucrative as PayPal's, but we love them all, and we thank you all for supporting this channel. You guys are great. What else is going on here? We have now 209 thumbs ups. Yeah, baby. You gotta love this. Way to go, everybody. Thank you for the 209 thumbs ups. Keep them coming in if you can help us out. If you're able to get any more thumbs ups our way, please hit the thumbs up button and add to this wonderful total. Maybe we can hit 300 later today. We still have a ways to go before we're off the air. There's a question here. Let me just see what's going on. Elsa, Uncle Bruce, with the HPQ this low, Is it better to buy and write calls or do poor man covered calls for the long term? Well, if you buy the shares, you're going to pay about $2,970 for 100 shares, and you can write a call. If you're buying in the money contracts for January 2024, and you can get them for about $1,000, $900 each, depending on which call you're getting, you're using a third of the money. Or if you have $2,800, and instead of buying 100 shares, you can buy 3 deep in the money calls. You're now going to write 3 call contracts against the calls you just bought, those 3 calls you just bought, rather than 1 contract against 100 shares. You've tripled your income. So if you can write 3 calls at a time instead of 1 call at a time, it's the same contracts. It's just 3 instead of 1. You've tripled your cash flow coming to you. And if you're using that cash flow to buy additional deep in the money calls, to now write 4 at a time and then 5 at a time, you're building your revenue in. That's the game here. That's the objective. Can you get to 20 calls on poor man covered calls? Can you get to 20 and haul in, like we were just watching here, folks writing calls for $1.10 and buying them at 3 cents? That's an extreme example, but you can write a call for $1.30 and buy it back for 30 cents. You're making $1 a call. That's $100 a contract. Now, with 3, that's $300 in profits. With 1, it's 100. With 20, it's $2,000. Now, if you're bringing in $2,000 every week or two on HPQ calls, can that be $4,000 or $5,000 a month in revenue? Yes, it can. Does that change the dynamic? If $4,000 to $5,000 a month of capital coming into you from writing options is a capital gain on your taxes, not income, could that change the dynamic between your full-time job and writing options for a living? This is where people are going, yeah, Bruce, there's this point in time. There's somewhere on this graph where I hit the sweet spot. And when I break that number and higher, it changes the dynamic completely with respect to what I get paid at work and what I can take home from my option writing. Satch, I got your PayPal donation. Stand by for those lessons. I'll send them to you after the show. All right. Thank you very much, and way to go. So Elsa, poor man covered call strategy has its place. And today, HPQ is giving you a discount. How long will the shares stay under $30 a share and how deep they go? I don't know. I think they're near the bottom, but it's my personal opinion. I recommend you buy 21s, 22s, 23s into 2024 year expiry to go way out there, shop around, put in stink bids to get some. And it might take a day or 2 to get them. It all depends. And then start writing and make money on your money. There you go. Okay. Nick, woohoo, my short on Foot Locker looking real good, buddy. Nazareth, I sold those $38 GameStop calls September 16th. These are $40 strikes for $4.39. Currently, they're sitting at 73 cents. I'm going to make a killing when I buy back. Well, look at this. Look at it this way, Nazareth. If you buy them back now at this kind of price level, you're paying less than 20 cents on the dollar for your return. You could theoretically buy these back right now, end it, and then you can turn around and write new covered calls for September 16th if you want. You could write 36s. And you'll bring in more money. You can write 35. So how comfortable are you? How far out and how comfortable? But if you're writing, calls and bringing in $1.50 more, $2 more in cash, or you're going to write September 23s or September 30s, maybe 34s, 35s, 36s. Maybe you can bring in $3 or $4 more, just like you did here. You brought in $4.39 the first time. Can you add $2 or $3 to a rollover? Buy these back and now write 38 calls for $2 more each going in. That's a $7,600 increase in cash in your account now. And you're sitting on the money, you're folding your arms, and you're going, go ahead, trade all you want. $29, $30, $28. Those contracts that you've now just written will do this too. They'll shrink out just like these. If you want to wait between now and the 16th of September, you're going to have to wait 16 days to make 73 cents. You've already made $3.70 now. You're only getting 73 more for 16 more days. Instead, buy these back and write new calls for the same strike date if you want, but at a lower strike price. Bring in more cash and watch them shrink down as well. Get paid more than 73 cents for the next 16 days. Look into that, okay? Susan, HPQ January 24 strike at $20 cost $11.22, and a strike at 23. Which HPQ choice should I buy? The 20s at $12.22 and the strikes 23s $8.99. Which would be best way to go? So if you're buying the 23s, they're costing you $9. 23s are worth about $6.50 right now, right? $6.55. So you're paying a premium, a little higher premium. If you're buying the 20s for $12.22, they're worth right now $9.50. And so you're paying about a $2.70 premium, which is more than the 90-10 rule. However, if you can get the 23s at about $8.50, $8.60, having 2024 expiry, even $85.15 is not an unreasonable price to pay. So you're in the neighborhood. Keep your eye. Put in some stink bids. See if they come to you. Stink bids on the 20s. Stink bids on the 23s. If they come down to you, scoop them up and away you go. Fool of a Took is here as a new member. Welcome aboard. Chillin' with Uncle Bruce member. Nice to have you on board. This is good stuff. Another new member. Welcome to the party, pal. And I hope you can make some nice money here on this market. They're handing out dollars like crazy right now. It's unbelievable. Thank you all for joining us. We're down 7.4 on the Dow again. We've gone negative again. We're off 47 on the AMC and APE combination. Satch, got your message. Fabulous. We're going to take care of you. We've got GameStop at $29.46, down 38 cents. We've got SoFi at 601 right now, up a dime. All right. Nick, I covered Foot Locker short profit, $4,900. Not bad for an hour worth of trading. Not bad at all, man. Way to go. But well done, Nick. Shez, Susan shops about the $20 is bouncing around. I'd put an offer in for as low as 11. Exactly. I would put in stink bids on these and wait. It might take you all day. It might take you till tomorrow. Don't be in a hurry to get them. Just wait. Get your price. And then when you got them, then you look to right. Nick, you are killing it, man. Bill was saying, you are killing it. Awesome sauce. Good times, everybody. Welcome all of you to the party. Great to have you here. Thank you again for those of you who are picking up classes, those of you who are making donations, those of you who are becoming members, all of you for your participation in this channel. Appreciate it. Welcome to, I think, an opportunity here to make money today and every day in this market. It is just being handed to us. Absolutely fantastic. Let's see here. Where are we at right now? We have 216 thumbs ups on this show. Thank you, everybody, for participating with that. Really appreciate the thumbs ups. It's helping our channel grow. More people finding us, noticing people who are joining us are noticing that this channel has a habit of making money on down days. They notice how HPQ goes down and people are happy. When Apple goes down, people are happy. When GameStop backs off a little bit, they're happy. They're wondering, why are you people happy when markets go? You're not shorting stock. You're long-term holders. You're fans of these companies. Why are you happy? Because the viewers of this channel, a vast majority, are making money writing call contracts. And that's what we talk about here, writing call options to enjoy some profits. It's absolutely wonderful. Nick is saying, just opportunistic. Why not? Anyway, we can get our money back from these Wall Streeters, but 9 of 10 times we always lose. These guys lose. The Wall Streeters lose and you win. There's so many sites out there, so many online chat rooms and conspiracy sites and everything else where they talk about the mother of all short squeezes and everything else. We don't bother with that. We write call options just out of the money that expire in the next 1 or 2 or 3 weeks, and we make money on shrinkage. George Costanza loses girlfriends. We make money. It's just as when you make money, you get girlfriends. When you make money, you get boyfriends. They just flock to you. It's incredible. All my female viewers will tell you, will attest to that. Double D 2024 HPQ 25s at $750 right now. All right, so those are worth about 4.5 book value. That's too much. You won't pay that much. You will back off, and you will put in maybe 550 bids, 560 bids, and wait and keep an eye on that bid, because if the stock fluctuates, you fluctuate your price. Don't be in a hurry to buy. Just be patient to buy. Be a very methodical assassin. Wait for your target to come into your sights. Fool of a took. Hey there, I've been a lurker since January 21. Started taking the classes last night. What sites do you all recommend for practicing options? And what sites do you recommend for option chains? It depends on the platform, but a number of you have mentioned platforms on this show. Do me a favor, if anyone here is watching, tell my friend here, Fool of a Took, what platforms allow you to practice options, live option trading, and maybe that's the way to go. Definitely the way to go. Sell my house fast up or Marlboro. I bought back my HPQ Poor Man covered call, $23 strike, expiring Jan 24 for about a 70-cent loss. It's okay because I made a couple of hundred from it. Now I bought an HPQ Poor Man covered call with a $20 strike, expiring Jan 24 for 11.11. So I think what he did is he bought back. Okay, I'm not 100% sure how this worked. I think he was talking 23s, 24s for the years, but way to go. You got your move made. Now I'm trying to write on. Andrew, Interactive Brokers allows for paper trading. Nick says Ameritrade. There's a couple for you to check out right there. There might be others, and some of my viewers might kick in here. So, Fool of a Took, just take your time and read these comments from various viewers and decide for yourself which one of these platforms works best for you. Rock and roll, man. Welcome. 29.63 on GameStop now, down 21 cents. The Dow off 12.9 at the moment. AMC and Ape down 27 combined. 27 cents. SoFi is at 604, up 14. We're up 5.9 cents on ME. Matterport is up 11. ATIP down a tenth of a penny. Rocket Lab is 584 now, up 71 cents. We're having a good day on Rocket Lab with 1.7 million traded today. Not a bad day at all. We got to be happy with how this is working for us. Way to go, Rocket Lab, I say. Way to go. It's good to see that. Let's see if that works for me. Yep, that looks like it's working for me. Cyxtera's down 7. Spire is up 0.4 cents. Bed Bath Beyond 918 down 292. Tesla up $1.12. Pfizer down a nickel. Boeing up 37 cents. Apple up 127. HPQ 29.78 down 132 is where we're at right at the moment. Coyote says, Fool of a Took. I dislike Robinhood, but I do like their watch list feature. I practice options using that. Add the option. I might write buy to the list, but get notifications on how it's doing. Mirko, I bought 2 more HPQ 20s. Jan 24 at 1061, stealing them. Beautiful. Coyote, but there are simulated trading platforms also. I use Fidelity for trading and writing, says Coyote. A little chaos. Market Watch has paper trading as well. Odin's Pumpkin. TD Ameritrade lets you also use their Thinkorswim, which gives you 200,000 to trade via simulation in real time. That might be a way to go. Tiff, Sell My House Fast Upper Marlboro. MD, I love how our HPQ trades are so similar. It is It is a relief to know that someone else is as dumb as I am. Nick, now I'm shorting ENPH. Right on, Nick. Making some dough all over the place. Way to go, pal. Welcome all of you to the show, the channel, the madness, just all kinds of fun. It's great to have you here. We got all kinds of stuff going on. Kareem, TD Ameritrade has good paper trading. TIFF, Interactive Broker has trading accounts too. There you go. There's a whole bunch of suggestions for you there, my friend. Welcome to the party. When you're a member of this channel, you get to talk to these guys. These guys are all option writers. Join this family of option writers. You can talk to each other here on the show, compare notes, compare platforms, compare strategies. People share news on what's going on. This is what we have. We have an option trading family here. Become part of it. Happy to be the host. Nice to have you here. Fulva took 200,000. I'm a teacher and a server, so I should only realistically practice trading pocket, lint, and tiers. Remember, Fool on the Token, the key here is if you've got a couple $1,000 to play with, then open a practice account with only a couple of $1,000 and trade just the couple thousand you would have. That way you don't get misled about, oh, well, I'll try it with $50,000. I've only got 2,000. I'll try it with 50. No, try it with 2 and see what happens. That's the way to go. Larry, TD Ameritrade, paper trading is 15 minutes delayed, not real time. Sell my house. Tiff, did you roll your strike lower? I went from a 23 strike to a 20 for January 24, same expiry, $3 lower strike price. Puke Burb is here. Thinkorswim has proper paper trading and a nice web interface. Coyote, Fool of a Took. Teachers deserve to be paid so much more. Respect for you for helping the next generation. There you go. Tiff, sell my house fast enough on Marlboro. MD, I didn't do that on Puma cover calls before, but I bought $20 strike Jan 24 for a similar price than you did or had. Okay, right on. Way to go, everybody. Comparing notes, checking it out. 29.41 on GameStop. We're off 43 cents right now. The Dow off 70. We're going down again on the Dow. S&P down is up only 3 points. NASDAQ up only up 58. We're getting selling coming in right now. AMC apes are down 32 cents combined. GameStop 29.45. SoFi up a dime to 6. Rocket Lab 582 up 69 cents. Rocket Lab volume is now 1.96 million, high today 591. Good day on Rocket Lab. 23andMe 319 up a penny. Matterport 469 up 8. ATIP 91 cents, maybe up a penny. SmartRent down 8 cents. Spire up 4/10 of a penny. Cyxtera down a dime. Bed Bath Beyond 928 down 283. Tesla down 63. Pfizer down 16. Boeing down 6. Apple only up 74 cents. HPQ down 130 to 29.80. Those poor man covered calls, those deep in the money calls is what you're looking to get today at a nice cheap price. So get as many as you can. Get ready to write. All right. Thank you, everybody. Splair, I wish you all an enjoyable day reading. We'll see you later. Take care, my friend. Trish, did someone, some news come out today on Rocket Lab? It's going up. It was recommended today. A brokerage firm put a recommendation in to buy it. It caught fire on that recommendation. Cohen says it's a small launch leader, Cohen Group. Apparently, that's what happened there. And we'll take it. Rocket Lab has been getting buy recommendations, but this one seems to have had an effect. Tiff, Trish to Dish, yes, buy recommendation with a target of $8. And she's going, nice. Yes, nice indeed. We want to let it go there, go higher than that before you think about writing options, because you want to look at writing 9s or 10s with a decent premium, but not too far out in time if possible. So let the stock habits run here and get richer in paper, and then we'll add option premium to it later. Congratulations, everybody, on a good day today. We've got a down dip here on the markets. We're off 55 on the Dow. GameStop now down 53, 29.31. The low of the day, 29.05, right at the opening. We'll see if we get anywhere near that. Mirko sold 8 GameStop covered calls, $31 on Monday at $1.40. This Friday they expire. I just bought them back for 39 cents. A beautiful trade, $1.01 made on 8 contracts, $800, $808 gross generated in 3 days. Nicely done, Mirko. That is a beautiful job. Beautiful job. 29.28 on GameStop, down 57 cents. We're backing off right now. Contracts on GameStop should be falling in price for a bunch of you folks. The hope I have is that you've written calls for this Friday, next Friday, and that they are dropping down where you're up 60, 70, 80%. You might want to consider rollovers by buying back cheap calls and writing additional calls. I bought more GameStop at $28.79 before the opening, says Coyote. Right on. The Credit Savage Fool. Here's an idea. Buy 200 SoFi shares right now. That's around $1,200. Then write 2 January 2023 $7.50 covered calls and get about $130 for those. Worst case scenario, you make $1,630 and follow Uncle Bruce. What's wrong with that trade? There's nothing wrong with that trade. Buying stock at 6, writing 750 calls, taking in the $130 on top of that. A lovely return on $1,200. That's quite fine. Between now and January, that's a good return on your money. 25% plus return in the next 4 months. I don't think you can get that from any bank right now. That's pretty good. That'd be all right. Hawkeye, ready to start selling after buying back GameStop shares at a nice low price that I had sold earlier to move shares into the IRA. And now options all the way. Welcome, Hawkeye. Way to go. Nice job. It's working. It's working. I love it. I love it. Go to the Credit Savage house husband. I hate making $1,630. I don't want to make $1,630. I want to make $50. How can I make a fast 50? Welcome one, welcome all to the craziness of this market. It's offering you money. The bear market is a good thing if you're an option writer. It really is. Welcome to the party, pals. Take the classes, learn how to write options, and take the money. Just accept the donations that come your way by the thousands. It's just wonderful. Cool bean stuff, everybody. Cool bean stuff. GameStop, $29.24, down 60 cents. We're about 20 cents away from the low of the day right now. $31, a 31-point loss on the Dow right now. We're up 7 points on S&P. We're up 67 on NASDAQ. They have come off. NASDAQ was up over 1% today. It's now up half a percentage point. Approximately. The Dow is negative 0.04%. So we're kind of borrowing off here. Interesting stuff. 29.25 on GameStop. SoFi 605, Rocket Lab 578, up 65 cents. ME at 320, up 2. Matterport 470, up 9.5. ATIP 92, up 2 cents. Go ATIP. Let's go. Smart Rent down 7 cents. Spire up a penny to 137. Sextera 625, down a dime. There you go, kids. Lots to watch for here. Lots to watch for. A deuce caboose. Rocket Lab gets an upgrade. Stock rises. SoFi gets an upgrade. Stock craps out, as Uncle Eddie says. I don't know. The Credit Savage guy. I know, right? I'm allergic to money. Please let me just open a bank account and earn 0.00025 for them of using my same strategy and let them make billions off of me. Please let them make billions and let me make nothing. There you go. Many Americans buy into this philosophy, leave money in the bank to earn nothing, when there are strategies like we're looking at here that are easy to understand. You take a few classes, make a little investment in yourself, make some money on your money. There's only a one-time go around in this life. You're going around once and it's over. Time to make money now, not in the future. It's time to make your money work for you today. Some of you folks are already changing your lives. A number of you are on the precipice of changing everything about your lives. I'm excited for you folks. Some of you folks are about to start traveling extensively on a long-term holiday because you're going to unload your stuff or put it in storage, or you're going to sublet your apartment or something, and you're going to go traveling, and you're going to go with one of these in your hot little hand, and you're writing options while you're on the road, and you're going to see the world for the first time at a pace that you're comfortable with because you have no plan. There's no plan to come back. You're going whenever you're going. You're going where you want to go when you want to go, whether it's in an RV, whether it's plane rides, whether you're just driving your car to wherever you want to be going to in your country or the continent. Totally up to you. Some of you folks might drive your car to the West Coast, park at long-term parking, and fly to Hawaii for 2 weeks. Some of you might go to who knows where, New York somewhere. I don't know. You'll train it, plane it, whatever, and take a plane ride to Europe this fall and see Europe on the cheap this fall because the euro is at par. Hello. It's just gotten a whole lot cheaper to go to Europe all of a sudden. And if you can write options while on the road, and you can, why would you sit at home and just sit in front of a computer all day long doing this? You get out there. I just got back from Switzerland. You should go see Switzerland. You'd like it. You folks would really like Switzerland. It's expensive, but you're making the money to pay for it. It's okay. Take the trip. Check out France while you're there. Check out Germany. Check out Spain. You want to not spend a lot of money in Europe? Go to Portugal. Go to Spain. It's cheap. You want to spend not a lot of money? Head over to Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia. Cheap. Poland, cheap. Go to parts of Italy. Not a bad price over there either. Just shop around, enjoy Europe. Why not? It's that time. It's your time. I got my money in a SoFi account, and I'm getting 2% interest. There you go, Obama babe on the credit cards. I have no idea what SoFi trade you are talking about. Does not match my calculations. I am confused. There you go. You're not. It's not making sense to me. Help me out here. GameStop, $28.96. We have just hit the low of the day on GameStop. Are your contracts coming in, kids? Are your stink bids hitting now? $28.92 is a low trade of the day now on GameStop. Down 87 cents at the moment to $28.97. We're backing off on GameStop. Dow's down 66 points. And we are seeing selling coming in here. Take advantage of these prices. Why not? Buy the stock, write contracts. Try to buy poor man covered calls on GameStop if you can. It's up to you. So much fun here. Thank you, everyone, for being here. We're coming up to the 2-hour mark of this show. 251 of you are here. I appreciate that. 224 thumbs ups are in the house. Boy, we only need 26 more thumbs ups, and we've got 250. Do you think that's possible? Can you guys hit the can some of you out there hit that thumbs up button? If 1 in 10 of you can do it, we'll hit 250 thumbs ups for this show. I would appreciate that. That'd be nice. HBQ 2943, getting cheaper and cheaper to buy those deep in the money calls. 2903 on GameStop right now, hitting a low of 28.92. Fun stuff. Thank you all so much for helping out here. We've got the thumbs up meter now at 232. I need 18 more thumbs ups, and we've got 250, guys. We're close, really close. 18 away from 250 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Nail it. Nail it, please. Love those nice round numbers. See, that's like a stink. It's not a stink thumbs up number. It's a non-stink thumbs up number. How about that? 233, 17 to go. Bring them in, babies. Bring them on in. Love it. Thank you, everybody, for helping out. Much appreciated today. Absolutely appreciated. This is good stuff. Okay, get that over there. Head over there. I'm watching 15 things at the same time here. There we go. We have 234 thumbs up, 16 away from 250. This is great stuff, everybody. Thank you so much. Let's take a look at some of our favorites here. We've got right now Rocket Lab up 57 cents at 570 today. We've got over 2 million traded as well. SoFi up 9. It's at $6. GameStop at 29.04 on 1.1 million volume. Really light. AMC, Common, and Ape shares, they're down 34 cents combined today. Matterport is at 467, up 6.5. 23andMe is up 1.5 cents now to 319.5. Spire is up 1.5 to 137.5. ATIP is up 3 cents to 93 cents. Come on, ATIP, keep it going. Smart Rent down 1.5. Sextera is down 12. Apple is up 43 cents. Goldman is up 110. Cisco down 15 cents. Tesla down 57. ARC Innovations up 45 cents. Microsoft is up $1.02. Bed Bath Beyond 916 down 295. Pfizer down a nickel. HPQ 29.43 at down 167 on 7.8 million shares. There's a bargain there. Carvana down 32 cents. Twitter down 4. Alphabet, which is Google, down is up 71. Or Amazon is down 26. One up, one down over there. Welcome all of you to the party. Making money today in the options market. 29.03 on GameStop. Watching it closely. Thumbs ups now, 235. We only need 15 more to get to 250 thumbs ups, guys. Thank you very much. What else have we got here? Comments. Susan Shops about, Bruce, why do you think Credit's average idea to buy 200 SoFi, then write 2023 is a good idea? You have been saying not to write cover calls on SoFi. Well, if you're new to the game and you're trying to build some capital up and you're not sure, what to do, you pick up 200 SoFi for $1,200, write 750 calls, get the premium, and get taken out. You're going to get taken out at over $8 a share. You're buying at 6. You're getting taken out at over 8 in 4 months. Not even this is the end of August. So September, October, November, and halfway through, then December, and then January. So 4.5 months. That's a nice return on your cash if it were to happen, obviously. If it wasn't to happen, if the shares stay under 8 and they stay at like 725 or something, those contracts will shrink out, and then this individual will buy them back, turn around and write $8 contracts for May or June, 3-4 months out, bring in another $100, $150, $200 in cash, add that to the account, slowly build more money in if you can, and eventually add to 300 shares, get the 400, write more calls, write out of the money calls just ahead of the market, and dare them to get you. That's not a bad move. It's not a bad move. Credit Savage, Bama, go to January 23 and bring up options. Go to the 7.5 strike. It's 65 cents. Beach Boy, bought back my September 16th GameStop calls for a $1,600 profit. Rinse and repeat. There you go, my friend. 29.01 on the stock. Writing calls, buying them back. Writing calls, buying them back. Yet again. Nice move. Shiz. Bama Bay, buy 200 at 6. That's $1,200. Sell 2 calls, 65 cents, $130. Get exercise at 750. That's 1,500 plus 130. Profit is $430. That is correct. You put up $1,200 and make 430 against it. Turn it into 1,630. It's a nice return on your money. Credit Savage, Susan, just because Uncle Bruce may not think selling a SoFi cover call may not be advisable until it reaches 10, doesn't mean I won't write it. I'm the casino and I'm always writing. I like the money. It's an okay strategy. I mean, I'm not going to criticize you. Some of you have an average though of 9 or 10 or 11 or 12, and you don't want to write 8s because you don't want to get taken out down there. I get it. That's why you don't write. You wait. You average down, and then you write higher strikes when the opportunity arises. Gary Susan Shops about, he is essentially showing how it can be an easy win-win situation. That's a very conservative strategy. Bama Babe, Shiz, I don't find the 65 cents on the option chain. That's the problem. I'm not finding it. Credit Savage, I am a contract writer from the Uncle Bruce School. I have been following almost 2 years. Soon I am confident in what I see. Follow a few months and buy the classes, and you will too. That's where I'm at. Nick, ENPH is falling for me. Beautiful. Bama Babe, Shiz. I found it. Thanks. I found it. Beach Boy Bruce, donation for you, 30 shekels. My mistake. $1,800 profit. I made $1,800 in a day. He wrote those yesterday, I think. and he made that in 24 hours. Nice speech, boy. Thank you, my friend. Always, as always, thank you for these kind donations. Everyone out there, way to go, guys. Making money on contracts, whether you're doing them on day trades, on weekly trades, on monthly trades, on long-term, buy the stock, write a January call, take the money, buy more stock, write another call, whatever you're doing. Buying ATIP here. People are buying ATIP all this week and last week. They're picking up the stock for 93 cents. Right now it's up 3 cents. And they're turning around and writing $2.50 call options against a 93-cent stock January 2024 and bringing in more money to buy more stock, to write more calls, bringing down their cost and saying, I'm happy getting paid, paying 93, writing a 250 call, getting 30 cents premium, take me out at 280. I'm in at 93, take me out at 280. I'll wait a year and 3 months. This is good return on my money. I like it. Shez, Bama Babe, chatting while at work is not recommended. Co-workers walking in and interrupting. I mistyped then. Haha. What's it with these co-workers? Don't they write options? Get back to your computers and watch Uncle Bruce and write options. What are you working for? I mean, come on. The boss won't mind. It's okay. The boss won't. Bama Babe, thanks everybody for clearing that up. Right on. Way to go, Bama Babe, and everybody else. Congratulations. We're down 48 on the Dow. We've got 56-cent loss on AMC today with those APE shares factored in. They're now down to $13.92 from $27 2 weeks ago, something like that. Yuck. GameStop 29.12 down 72. SoFi 5.98 up 7 cents. Rocket Lab 5.62 up 49. So we've got some pullbacks going on. Bargoons coming in. HPQ now is sitting at 29.26 down 184 at the moment. So we got HPQ opportunities, Rocket Lab opportunities, lots of stuff going on here, kids, that we're watching. The Dow is off 16 points. HPQ 29.29, Rocket Lab 564, GameStop 29.13, the Dow off 15 points. What a show, what a morning, what a day today, everybody. Nick, I covered my ENPH profits at 25.65. I beat you, Bbby. Way to go, Nick. Another profit there. And Susan, still studying bot classes 1 through 8. Your comments are really helping confirm learnings from class. Thank you. Thank you very much, Susan. This is great. I'm so happy that so many of you have taken up the classes. You're checking them out. We did them live in front of this group right here. Most of these folks here watch the classes when I do them. They pay more to be in the class than what you pay to get the class. Then we edit them, and we edit them down for time, and then we upload them on my website. And those of you who want to learn how to write options, it's in plain English. We talk about the exact same stocks I'm talking about right now. I'm talking about writing options on GameStop. I talk about writing options on IBM, on Apple, on what we're following here, SPACs. This is, you'll see it's very familiar to you. You'll go, yeah, that's what he's talking about every day. He always talks about the same stocks, about writing options all the time on the same stock. You'll figure it out. You'll watch the classes. You'll watch me live. You'll watch a class. You'll watch me, and you'll just go, it's the same thing. It's explained on the whiteboard really easy. I can watch it again and again and again. If I don't quite understand it, I can then send him a private email and ask him a question. I mean, the instructor is available. Let's learn how to write options, kids, and make some money in this market. It's just being handed to you. Bama Babe, I just love this group. I just do. Credit Savage, Susan, and that's the key. Buy the classes and ask Uncle Bruce questions in person live. Thank you, everybody, for your support and following me. Susan shops about. It does take some time to get it. I've been doing this for a year and still haven't tried puts yet. How they work hasn't clicked in my brain yet. Nick, boo, what is going on with ET? It should be going down, not up. Oh, well, I'm averaging it up my short there too. Rock and roll. Nick is working. Folks, I'm so glad you're here and you're making money today. We are getting example after example of wins today. Folks who've written contracts yesterday, the day before, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday last week. They're buying back their contracts for a fraction of what they got for it. And they're doing rollovers and everything else. You guys are well on your way to scoring constant money from your option writing campaigns. I love it. Way to go. Cindy, anyone selling covered calls on HPQ? Nick, Uncle Bruce, I will be placing an order to buy all your classes this Friday. Right on, buddy. We'll take care of you. Lobo Blast, same here. Hesitant on puts. And Lobo Blast, Uncle Bruce's classes are definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. You write what you're comfortable writing. If you're just comfortable writing covered calls, just write covered calls. You don't have to make it any more complicated than that. You want to write in the money covered calls, at the money, out of the money covered calls. You want to write covered calls for this Friday, day after tomorrow expiry, next Friday with the short trading week because Monday's a holiday. The Friday after that, the Friday, whatever you want. It's as conservative as you want to make it. It can generate you revenues at your comfort level. And for a lot of you folks, it's going to make a difference in your cash flows. And you're trying to get a raise at work. You're trying to make more money doing whatever it is you're doing. And now you're bringing in cash from this program here. If it helps you with your day-to-day living expenses, great. If it helps you beyond that to knock off credit card debt you're paying 24% interest on, great. Am I happy to hear that? If you can knock off the last of a car loan or the last of a student loan that's lying around, or it just helps you with your overall living expenses, the money just goes back into the account to buy more shares or in the money calls to write more options to grow the income even faster. Great. If you've taken an equity line of credit on your house and you've used the money to put into the market and you haven't done well, and now you're using that capital, what's left of it, to write options, and it's working for you to recoup the initial stake and add to it, man, am I thrilled for you guys. And I charged up. Yeah, no kidding. This is huge. Can it take you to a self-employment scenario? Can it take you to a kind of a retired situation? You're in your 40s, your 50s. You have investments. You have a house you rent out or whatever you got going. And now you're making money on options on top of all of that. And it's enough cash flow now where you are not working for anyone anymore, just yourself on your own projects. This is the big liberation. I'm pumped about people getting liberated. This would be huge. Way to go, everybody. Tiff, I missed the peak this morning, and I don't want to write on HPQ down here. Waiting for an up move. Not sure if I'm wrong about this, though. HPQ right now, we're at 29.23, still under pressure, but there can be a correction anytime. It could be a little pop-up. It might take a couple of days. You never know. Bartman, Cindy B, waiting for it to change directions. Did buy a couple of leaps through this morning. Shez, Cindy, I bought down here. I'll give it a few days to go back up. H. Gregory, cash secured puts at 30 and 32 for 9.9 GameStop. If below my strike, I'll just roll. GameStop will go up eventually. Credit, 24% interest on credit cards. Good grief. Who pays that? Please, guys, for all that's holy, do not pay interest on credit cards. Always pay the balance as soon as possible. Use covered calls as you would debit cards. Yes, indeed. If you can, you can. Some of you folks are in a dire situation. You run into some bad luck, whatever the problem is. Car broke down. You needed to use a credit card for $3,000 that you weren't expecting to keep the car going, and you're trying to pay it down as quick as possible. Hopefully option premiums will help you knock that thing off faster and add to your wealth, not have it take away. We'll see what gives. ATIP up 5% on no volume, says Deuce Caboose. ATIP right now, 94.3 cents, up 4.4 cents. Go, baby, go. Just go, baby, go. 61,000 volume. There's nothing for sale to stop this stock. There's nothing going to stop it. Nice. I'd like to see a couple of million shares of buying come in there and run it to $3. $20 point drop on the Dow. 53-cent drop on the AMC APE combination. GameStop at $29.08, down 76 cents right now. Sell my house fast upper Marlboro. I just got 14 cents for a $31 strike expiring this Friday. I'm already up 8.5 cents. Quick profit before I write further out for more. How about that? Susan shops around. So if I buy HBQ, January 24 calls today, suggestions on the type of covered calls to write, weeklies, monthlies, strike ideas. If you're going to buy those Jan 24s, you want to write calls for, say, next Friday. Write, say, HBQ 31s, 3150s, 32s. The week out after that, September 16, right? 31s, 31 and a half. It's ahead of the stock, all-time premium. Watch the shrinkage. They go down by 50% or more. Buy them back. Right for the next week. They shrink down 50%. Buy them back. Right for the next week. Staying ahead of the market. Always staying ahead of the market. Bringing in money on your money. Absolutely. H. Gregory also have two AMC $18 strike covered calls expiring September 16. I got 310 for these things. My stink bid of 31 cents should be hitting at any time today. Way to go. Chris Savage, Uncle Bruce is correct. Use credit cards and carry a balance if in an emergency. That's what they're there for. But don't go to Louis Vuitton and pay $5,000 for a bag and just pay interest. You'll be paying $10,000 for that thing in reality. I agree. Absolutely correct. The Dow is up now 22 points. Actually, it's up 5. We're fluctuating between negative and plus and negative, but we're going nowhere. You figured that out? We're not going anywhere. The oil is down 167 to 89.97. We're not going anywhere there. The EIA reports weekly declines in U.S. crude and gasoline supplies. Yes, they're supposed to. It's the end of the summer driving season. It's coming up. Labor Day, that's it. Labor Day is on Monday. That's the end of the summer driving season. We go down in reserves and we get ready to blend into winter blends. And we get ready for the winter season, which is a slower driving season than the summer season, except for Thanksgiving. After that, it's quiet. Yep, oil shouldn't be going up, should go down. Okay. What else is going on here? Dave the Mac guy, 45 DTE or thereabouts, has the best ratio and extrinsic value while ramping up the amount of time decay. Okay, that's a little more technical than you need to worry about, but there you go. We're up 23 on the Dow. GameStop 29.29, SoFi 598, Rocket Lab 566. Making money. HPQ 29.20. Bargoons on those deep in the money calls. Bargoons. Scoop them up, steal them, take them away from the innocents, and start writing. Making money. SoFi, please wake up, says Coyote. A kind request, a generous request. It's a polite request. Wake up. Okay, there you go. The Dow up a point. That's it. That's it right there. Sell my house. Sorry, that was for HPQ, says Dave the Mac guy. Says sell my house in Upper Marlboro. Dave the Mac guy, 45 DTE, 45 days to expiry. There you go. There you go. There's opportunities. Opportunity knocks at 6 weeks out. Check your option chains and see what you can write. Right on, kids. Okay, I'm going to take my break right now. Jen and I are going to go for breakfast. Thank you all for being here this morning. Thumbs ups from you guys. 246 so far. If you're watching here, hit that thumbs up button for me. We got 247. I need 3 more to get to 250. Wouldn't that be beautiful? Hit that button for me. Give me a thumbs up if you can. Let's get over 250 of those and appreciate all that for the momentum of this channel. Those of you writing, making money, congratulations. Keep writing. Always be writing. You're coming into money. Take the cash. We can always do rollovers if necessary. 248 thumbs ups. 2 left to get to hit 250. Thank you all. for nailing that. I love it. Let's see what happens with this market. I'll be on today at 3 o'clock for the final hour, and then I'm on tonight at 8 o'clock, prime time with Uncle Bruce for Gold Bagel members. If you're a Gold Bagel member, you can join me live tonight at 8 o'clock. This is the designation you want to be sitting on. Prime time with Uncle Bruce, 8 o'clock tonight for Gold Bagel members. Hawkeye, thanks, Uncle Bruce. I love hearing you guys. You're all great. You got it, Hawkeye. Welcome to the family. You're a new arrival. We're great here. I'm grateful you're here. We're getting ready to make more money. 29.25 on GameStop. Any kind of rally, right options. That's all you got to do. Do not fear the upside. Alberto, I'll be on. Love the prime time. You got it, buddy. I'm looking forward to that tonight. We always have a good time on those prime time shows. I think we've hit 250 thumbs ups. Actually, we're at 249. I need one more thumbs up to get to 250. Can anyone help out with a single thumbs up anywhere? Check your devices. See if you can find that thumbs up button. Nail it. There it is. Someone just did it. We just got the 250th thumbs ups, and now 251. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for getting us to 251. It all helps. It really does. Believe it or not. All right, guys, I'm off for a bit of a break. We'll see you at 3 o'clock for the final hour of trading today. Tonight, 8 o'clock, primetime live. Don't miss that either. The alerts will be coming out in a little bit to let you know that's coming up. Cam, I got you at 250, buddy. I got you. Larry, got you. Thumbs ups. Thanks, Larry. Thank you, Coyote. I thumbs up hours ago. Thank you, everybody. Coyote, here's your damn dirty thumbs ups. Now get out of here. Jim Stevens, I'm here at 250. Fantastic. Zach, thanks, Bruce. Thanks, guys. Too much fun. Let's keep making the dough out there. Let's see. Chris Evers, thumbs ups for Bruce. Thanks, you guys. Have a good one. We'll see you at 3 o'clock this afternoon for the final hour of trading. And let's make that money. Okay, guys? Talk to you soon. Bye for now.